Okay, this is mini lesson 9. We're still covering 207, complaint reporting. This is the second installment on 207. I may do a third, we'll see. Separate complaint reports, that's what this is about today. So, the rule is this. Separate 61 for each person assaulted. Stop. That's the rule. There is an exception we'll get to in just a moment. Today's lesson plan is only 2 pages. But the information on the answer key, at the bottom of the answer key, is so important, I'd say you should memorize it. You should memorize it. Take 20 minutes, half an hour a day for a week until you got it cold in your mind. And then I'm going to show you, when I finish this video at the end, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do with that memorization once you accomplish it. Okay, the rule. Separate 61 for each person assaulted. End. Now the exceptions are this. Except if incidental to a robbery or a sex crime. Think about the squad upstairs. They routinely go out, they investigate assaults, they know how this works. Each individual person, maybe this one wants to press charges, that one doesn't, whatever, they're separate cases. It's kind of a personal thing, you got assaulted. Now you got a separate robbery detective unit, right? Bram. You got a separate sex crimes unit, right? Or we call it special victims now, right? Those are different crimes. A guy that goes out and does a robbery and assaults a few people along the way, that's a different perk from some idiot that's running around punching people, no? Guy that goes out and commits a sex crime, assaults a few people along the way. Again, that's a very different perk, and we've got different detectives to go find him. So if you've got a robbery, that's one case. Think about a detective with a folder going up to the DA. You got a robbery case here. Yeah, 3 people were assaulted during a robbery, but they're incidental. Same thing with a sex crime. You got a sex crime case. There's a folder that a special victims detective is going to bring to the DA. Here's the sex crimes case. A few people were assaulted along the way, but they're part of this case. So separate 61 for each person assaulted, except if incidental to a robbery or a sex crime. There's other rules. The main one that they've tested a lot is arson. You got to know a bit of the penal law to understand it. Listen, this is going to be a 3-4 minute video. We cover this hours we spend on this, okay? We're going to teach you the penal law, don't worry about it. But I'll give you a quick synopsis of it. For the degrees of arson, 4th degree, 3rd degree, 2nd degree, was someone injured? Was someone killed? That changes the degree. Arson is going to be investigated by probably someone outside this department, a different agency. That investigator doesn't investigate assaults, right? They don't go out into the neighborhood and find the assault part. It's not his job. They do arsons. If someone was injured, they need to have that on their 61 to show the degree, right? So the first person injured in an arson goes on the arson 61. Each additional person injured, we go back to the precinct squad, back to the original rule, they each get a separate 61. So if 3 people got injured in an arson, the red cap guy, the arson investigator, give me one of them. I'll take one of them, put them on here. The 2 remaining people will each get their own. So 3 people injured in an arson, 3 separate 61s, all right? There's a lot more to it. And listen, here's what I say about memorization. Memorize the list at the bottom of page 2 of today's lesson. Memorize it. On the day of the test, as a matter of fact, leading up to the test, here's what's going to happen. You'll be in the locker room, you'll be in the muster room, hanging around the lunchroom, whatever, and people are going to start making up these freaking scenarios. 7 guys walk in a bar, they assault 3, rob 2, grab someone's butt. Go like this. I'm not listening to this shit. That's what you do. Just go like this. Get out your phone. Go to today's lesson and memorize the rule again. Memorize the rule again. On the day of the exam, here's what's going to happen. They're going to give you a very complicated scenario. And it's going to start getting, you're going to want to make notes. Stop. You realize they're asking you a separate 61 question? They give you scrap paper. Take a piece of scrap paper, write down the rule. This is why I say you should memorize it. Memorize this set of rules now. Test day, you get to a complicated question. You realize where it's going, separate 61s. Write down the rules. Separate 61, each person assaulted, except sex crimes or robbery, da-da-da-da-da. Then, with that information out of your memory and on the page, now you can start juggling the information that's in front of you. All right? That's called total recall. We do a lot of this tactic stuff during the class. You'll see. That's enough for now. It's 4.5 minutes long. I'll see you next week.